The Ayla Empire rose in power and prominence and outnumbered the other races of Vera, strong-willed and golden-tongued. It is without a doubt that the great empire of old ruled with an iron fist, and in order for that to happen, it took great men and women. The stock of the once great Ayla could be vast and intriguing. However, we know little of the heroes of yesteryear. Many mortals have written themselves into the history of Vera, but one in particular has graced us from behind the veil. History tells us that hundreds of years before the Great Exodus, within the prosperous house of Lineth, under the human king Fintus Lineth VIII, there lived an even greater man named Doren Greyshore, a man of great historical importance. We can assume that he lived a typical explorer life, full of adventures and luxury, as he brought exposure and wealth to the great empire known at the time. We can also assume he had access to the best education and the many ears and coffers of the noble houses. Doren presumably constructed and sailed some of the first ships to cross Vera. With his fleet he sailed to the shore of Varanthia. This was Pyrian elf territory, as their great city of Aradel bordered the forests. It was here that Doren established one of the wealthiest guilds the 10 Seas had ever seen, properly named the Greyshore Company. This newly found guild's motto, as it was and is still known today, "The sails of diplomacy are driven by the winds of trade within the seas of opportunity," cementing his legacy in Aylan society. Perhaps if this man did not exist, the Ayla would not have amassed the wealth necessary to fund their bloody crusade against the other races. Perhaps the Empire of Man would have flourished in other ways, but who is to say? For the history of Doren is shrouded in mystery, and perhaps one day we will fully understand this great man and his echoing contributions.